Would you believe it if we told you that a daily wage worker's son went on to create a 286 crore venture? Yes, it's true. With sheer persistence and hard work, PC Mustafa was able to establish ID Fresh Food, which in 2018 became one of the major leaders of ready-to-cook packaged foods. So how was Mustafa able to achieve this feat? Let's find that out in this video. PC Mustafa was born in the remote village of Kerala to a daily wage worker. Now, despite several hardships, Mustafa's father gave the best education to his children. With hard work and dedication, Mustafa completed his engineering from NIT and got a well-paying job in an MNC. Later in his career, Mustafa got the chance to work with the best of companies in Europe and the Middle East. But Mustafa wasn't content with what he was doing. He always wanted to create better opportunities for people in rural India, just like his cousins in Bengaluru who used to sell idli and dosa on the street. Now, Mustafa happened to spend a few days with his cousins. One day, while conversing with them, he came up with an idea. The idea was to increase the scale of their tiny business and serve more customers. Now, Mustafa had made some keen observations about the market of ready-to-cook products. Globally, a ready-to-cook breakfast was very popular. In India too, the working class was growing, and so were nuclear families. Working professionals were too busy to cook a healthy meal. Hence, the demand for ready-to-cook products was on the rise. As a result, the cousins decided to create a trusted brand for ready-to-cook idli dosa batter and named it ID Fresh Food. ID Fresh Food was established with the capital of 50,000 rupees, operating from a 550 square feet space with 2 grinders, a mixer, and a sealing machine. And guess what? They started making profits from day one itself, and their decision turned out to be a great one. Now, a few months into the startup, the founders came face to face with a major challenge: over-fermentation. The batter they supplied to the stores would become over-fermented, as most of them didn't have a refrigerator. This made their products harmful for consumption. Now, ID could have easily blamed this incident on the store, but instead, the founders looked at this as a learning opportunity. They decided to fix this problem by redesigning the packages, providing usage instructions, and started educating the stores on the right storage techniques. As a result, the shelf life of the products increased, and the customers found the instructions very useful. Thus, by employing the changes, the founders were able to build a trustworthy image of the brand. Now, Mustafa's goal was to establish ID as the go-to brand for ready-to-cook food throughout the country. With this goal in mind, ID started investing heavily in training people, streamlining processes, and upgrading the machinery. Owing to all these, they were able to become one of the major leaders of ready-to-cook packaged foods. Soon, the Indian business tycoon Azim Premji decided to invest in this venture. With this investment, ID decided to set up 5 large manufacturing facilities in India at Bengaluru, Mumbai, Delhi, and Kolkata, and one in the Middle East, Ajman. Now, even though ID was ruling the idli dosa ready-to-cook market in India, they were facing stiff competition in Chennai from the local idli dosa batter brands. These brands were selling their products at a very cheap rate, almost impossible to match. As a result, ID had to exit from the Chennai market. But the founders were determined to capture the Chennai market. So, what did they do? Well, ID decided to enter the market with a new product. ready-to-cook parotas. Soon they started selling curd, paneer, chapatis, vada, and so on, and eventually captured the market with their diversified products. Isn't that encouraging? Well, the story of ID teaches us many things, like dreaming big, starting simple, staying focused, converting adversities into opportunities, and accepting failures and learning from them. So, did you find ID's recipe for success interesting? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to visit the Empower website to learn more about entrepreneurship. Happy learning!